Now, let's move also on to Elon Musk. Elon Musk, obviously a bit of a maverick, a genius in many ways, but he then put a poll on Twitter. Obviously, he took control of Twitter, and the question he posed to people was, should I step down as head of Twitter? I will abide by the results of the poll. 17.5 million people actually voted in total, 57.5%, more than 10 million voted yes, and 42.5% voted no. So the question is he actually going to step down as head of Twitter? Joining me now is Guy Cocker, who's editor-in-chief at Maximum PC magazine. Good morning to you.
Morning.
So Elon Musk, I mean, he's a maverick, isn't he? He's a genius in many ways. He's a maverick, and he always seems to pop up at strange times of the day and post stuff on Twitter, and obviously has posted this poll about whether he should stand down as head of Twitter. What do you make of it? Is this just a PR spin, or is he actually sort of trying to find a way out of running Twitter, because it's certainly been marred in controversy?
Yeah, Elon Musk is a maverick, as we know, in terms of both management and the tech scene in general. The tech scene is very sort of touchy-feely, lots of employee perks, and Elon Musk is a little bit of he's a workaholic. He expects very high standards from his staff. Basically, this poll that he put out yesterday asked Twitter users whether they think he should stay on as CEO. Whatever happens, he's going to stay on as the company's owner, and it's been a highly tumultuous, whatever it's been, sort of 50 or so days, about the same amount of time that Truss managed to be prime minister, as it turns out, as one journalist pointed out on Twitter yesterday. I mean, the results of the poll were about 17 million votes. 10 million of them said that he should not stay as CEO and leader of Twitter. This morning he's come out and he was quiet for quite a while, which is quite rare for Musk on Twitter. And he's come out this morning and said he's responded to users who said that probably there were a lot of bots that were voting in this poll, which was Musk's big concern when he was buying Twitter, and the reason that he tried to sort of put off buying Twitter, because, I mean, realistically, he paid double. He paid, 44 billion for it, about double what it was realistically worth at market rate at that point in time. And he's also said that he's going to make polls exclusive for Twitter Blue members. So Twitter Blue members, for anyone that doesn't know, it's about £7.99 a month to have the blue verified tick, something which, public figures, influencers, journalists have only really had before to sort of verify who they are. So there's no indication that he's going to leave at this point in time. But I think that myself and other sort of tech journalists have said that previously, whenever he tweets something like this, he usually already has a plan in place for what he's doing.
Well, I was going to ask that. I mean, it seems to me that actually since he took over, Twitter has definitely changed. I'm on Twitter, I have a blue tick. But it seems that definitely in terms of the content that I'm getting, it's certainly much, much nastier, I think, since he took over. I don't know whether they changed the algorithm, whether they changed the filters on it, but certainly Twitter has changed and people have noticed.
Yeah, well, he's disbanded the steering group in terms of moderating and content. I think that people have seen how difficult it is to, obviously the tech companies need to do a better job of moderation, and it's incredibly important when you've got controversial subject matter on there. But it's a very difficult job, as every tech company CEO would tell you. I think that it's funny. Yesterday, rapper Snoop Dogg put himself forward to replace Elon Musk. So we may have Snoop there soon. I think it's probably more likely to be someone that has experience of working in tech companies. Meta Chief Operating Officer Sheryl Sandberg, who's a very popular and famous figure in tech, she's a likely candidate, I think, or the boss of Nextdoor or other tech companies. But then you've also got the problem that Musk is notorious for being very difficult to work with. So it's sort of a poison chalice. And I think Musk has also said that it's very difficult to find someone to lead Twitter. But the concern that Wall Street and the stock market has is that Musk's primary profit driver is Tesla and SpaceX, and he's very hands off at SpaceX. There's a female CEO there, but he's relatively hands off. Makes a load of money. Twitter's stock has absolutely plummeted. It actually had a little bounce yesterday because it looked as though Musk's sort of personal folly, which is Twitter, which is really a hobby project for someone like Musk. People the stock market wants Musk to focus on Tesla. and that's the profit driver. And I think that's what we want to see. That's what the stock market wants to see. Certainly, him stop getting distracted by this little social media folly.
And very quickly, is he a genius, or is there a very fine line between genius and madness?
Well, he's a controversial figure. He was at the World Cup final with Kushner, the relation of Donald Trump. Donald Trump's come back to Twitter, or been invited back to Twitter. I think he's a bit of both. I think he's an unbelievably successful business figure who's actually dropped down to second because of all this on the rich list. So he lost his primary position. But I think that you couldn't call the last couple of months at Twitter a success by any measure.
Well, very good to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed, Guy. Very good to talk to you. Guy Cocker there, Editor-in-Chief at Maximum PC Magazine. Talking